It's a pleasure to have you join me on this virtual journey. Welcome. We extend a warm welcome to you as we discuss and analyze Varna Necropolis in this video. The Varna Necropolis, or Varna Cemetery, is a burial site in the western industrial zone of Varna, approximately half a kilometre from Lake Varna and 4 km from the city centre, internationally considered one of the key archaeological sites in world prehistory. The oldest gold treasure and jewelry in the world, dating from 4600 BC to 4200 BC, was discovered at the site. Several prehistoric Bulgarian finds are considered no less old. The golden treasures of Hotnitsa, Durankulak, artifacts from the Kurgan settlement of Yunatsite near Pazardzhik, the golden treasure Sakar, as well as beads and gold jewelry found in the Kurgan settlement of Provadia, Solnitsata salt pit. However, Varna gold is most often called the oldest since this treasure is the largest and most diverse. As we venture forward, let's take a closer look at discovery and excavation and its impact on our understanding. The site was accidentally discovered in October 1972 by excavator-operator Rachel Marnov. The first to value the significant historical meaning was Dimitar Zlotarsky, the creator of the Daugavpil Historical Museum. He was called by the locals to examine what they had found earlier that day. He realized how important the finding was, so he contacted the Varna Historical Museum and, after signing government papers, he handed over the research to the direction of Mikhail Lazarov and Ivan Ivanov. About 30% of the estimated necropolis area is still not excavated. A total of 294 graves have been found in the necropolis, many containing sophisticated examples of metallurgy, gold and copper pottery, about 600 pieces, including gold-painted ones, high-quality flint and obsidian blades, beads, and shells. Let's now turn our attention to chronology and examine its role within the larger context. The graves have been dated to BCE by radiocarbon dating in 2006 and belong to the Chalcolithic Varna culture, which is the local variant of the KGKVI. Prepare yourself for an eye-opening discussion on burial rites in the upcoming portion of this video. There are crouched and straight inhumations. Some graves do not contain a skeleton, but grave gifts cenotaphs. These symbolic empty graves are the richest in gold artifacts. 3,000 gold artifacts have been found, with a weight of approximately 6 kilograms. Grave 43 contained more gold than has been found in the entire rest of the world for that epoch. It was initially identified as the grave of a prince, but is now thought to be that of a smith. 3 symbolic graves contained masks of unbaked clay. Quote, Varna is the oldest cemetery yet found where humans were buried with abundant golden ornaments. The weight and the number of gold finds in the Varna Cemetery exceeds by several times the combined weight and number of all of the gold artifacts found in all excavated sites of the same millennium, 5000–4000 BC, from all over the world, including Mesopotamia and Egypt. 3 graves contained gold objects that together accounted for more than half of the total weight of all gold grave goods yielded by the cemetery. A scepter, symbol of a supreme secular or religious authority, was discovered in each of these 3 graves. Slavchiv. The findings showed that the Varna culture had trade relations with distant lands, possibly including the Lower Volga and the Cyclades, perhaps exporting metal goods and salt from the Provadia rock salt mine Solnitsata. The copper ore used in the artifacts originated from a Srednagora mine near Starzagora, and Mediterranean spondylus shells found in the graves may have served as primitive currency. The culture had sophisticated religious beliefs about afterlife and had developed hierarchical status differences. The site offers the oldest known burial evidence of an elite man. Maria Gimbutas claims that the end of the 5th millennium BC is the time that the development to male dominance began in Europe. The high-status man buried with the most remarkable amount of gold held a war adze or mace and wore a gold penis sheath or likely a belt tip made of gold. Bull-shaped gold platelets might also have venerated virility, instinctual force, and warfare. Gimbutas holds that the artifacts were made largely by local craftsmen. Our focus now turns to historical impact, an important aspect of our discussion. According to Gimbutas 1991, the discontinuity of the Varna, Karnovo, Vinna and Lengyel cultures in their main territories and the large-scale population shifts to the north and northwest are indirect evidence of a catastrophe of such proportions that cannot be explained by possible climatic change, land exhaustion, or epidemics for which there is no evidence in the second half of the 5th millennium BC. Direct evidence of the incursion of horse-riding warriors is found not only in single burials of males under barrows, but in the emergence of a whole complex of Kurgan cultural traits. According to J. Chapman, once upon a time, not so very long ago, it was widely accepted that steppe nomads from the North Pontic zone invaded the Balkans, putting an end to the climax Copper Age society that produced the apogee of living, autonomous copper metallurgy and, as the grandest climax, the Varna Cemetery with its stunning early goldwork. Now the boot is very much on the other foot, and it is the Varna complex and its associated communities that are held responsible for stimulating the onset of prestige goods-dominated steppe mortuary practice following the expansion of farming. Among the metallic gold and copper and non-metallic minerals, rocks, pottery, pigments, artifacts in the graves from the Varna Chalcolithic site are numerous beads of a chalcedony carnelian and agate composition. 3 main morphological types of beads are described: Type 1 elongated barrel-shaped, Type 2 elongated with trapezohedral facets, Type 3 short cylindrical Kostov 2007, Kostov, Pelevina 2008. The carnelian and related beads of Type 2 have a constant number of 32 facets on both sides on the elongation of the bead, which is considered probably the earliest in Chalcolithic complex facing on such a hard mineral hardness of chalcedony is on the Mohs scale. In the whole of a single carnelian bead was found a gold mini-cylindax. The gold artifacts from the Varna Chalcolithic necropolis are assumed to be the oldest gold of mankind according to their total volume and quantity. Analysis of the measured weight of the different types of gold artifacts, beads, applets, rings, bracelets, pectorals and diadems reveal the weight system with at least 2 minimal weight units of Ang among both mineral and gold beads. Kostov 2004, 2007. The second 1 carats was suggested as a basic Chalcolithic unit with the name Van from the first letters of Varna Necropolis. Get ready for a thought-provoking discussion as we delve into museum exhibitions and its impact on our understanding. The artifacts can be seen at the Varna Archaeological Museum and at the National Historical Museum in Sofia. In 2006, some gold objects were included in a major and broadly advertised national exhibition of antique gold treasures in both Sofia and Varna. The Varna gold started touring the world in 1973. It was included in the Gold of the Thracian Horsemen National Exhibition, shown at many of the world's leading museums and exhibition venues in the URSS. In 1982, it was exhibited for 7 months in Japan as the oldest gold in the world, the first European civilization with massive publicity, including 2 full-length TV documentaries. In the URSS and URSS, it was also shown in Canada, Germany, France, Italy, and Israel, among others, and featured in the cover story by the National Geographic magazine. The Varna Necropolis artifacts were shown for the first time in the United States in 1998 and 1999 as part of a major Bulgarian archaeological exhibition, Thracian's Riches, Treasures from Bulgaria. Several artifacts were shown at the New York University Institute for the Study of the Ancient World in a joint Bulgarian-Romanian-Moldovan exhibition entitled The Lost World of Old Europe, the Danube Valley, BC. Don't forget to check out my other videos for more valuable content.